Waiting for everybody to come in. So if you're watching this on YouTube, fast forward a little ways. I usually give it a few minutes for everybody to get in, and I say hello. We get started in about 10 minutes in. Hello, Lori Lou. Okie doke. Thank you. I tweeted as well. The more tweets, the better. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Von Bon. Take your time. I'm starting just a little bit early, give myself some extra time for the painting today. So be a little bit of a long one. Then I think Jean's going to be streaming 3, 4 o'clock, Debbie's normal time. Is the lighting okay? Sound okay? Can't get myself straight though. Hi, Janet. Hi, Dottie. Hey, Judes. Thank you, ladies. What? You want to come say hi? You want to say hi to the ladies? Hold on, I'm going to raise the camera up a little bit. Oops. Come on. Can I say hi? Whoops. Say hello. Upside down, but hello. Now I gotta fix myself. Whoops. Too much. Okay, there we go. Back to normal. Yeah, that's my little guy. How's everybody's weather? A little cold here today. We had storms last night. Hi, Wiki. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but it's been so windy since yesterday. Yeah, it's yucky. Went to go take Loki out for his morning walk, and I was like, oh my God, it's cold. Oh no, it's like 50, cold, windy. Yuck. Right, Janet? Yeah, it's yucky. I don't like it. Me and the cold do not get along. Thank you. Yeah, this was the original one I did. The other one, the one I'm going to actually paint it's a slightly different, but not much. I don't even know if you guys will notice the difference. Not in this case, Judes. Not in this case. Janet, where's Eileen? Lori. Wiki. This one? No. This is my own. Right? That was her last tweet, was looking for her. She's got to have one. She's such a silly girl. Hey, Judes, do you mind if I make you a mod? Hi, Julie. Yeah, it's cold. It's yucky. I don't like it. Okay, Judy, say something. You should be a mod now. Yeah, eventually. How you feeling, Dottie? You feeling better today? Yeah, she took a bad fall the other day. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm glad. I know that can be scary. Hi, Kimmy. Hi, Catherine. Jilly. Oh, no doubt, Dot. You got to be careful. We got to have our fibs in good working order. Hi, Jillian. Oh, Colleen's here, right? Colleen, this is our mascot. This is my Loki that Jillian made me. He's got a name tag and he's got a bow tie. Let's see. I got his head looking up, but that's how he normally sits. See? He's so cute. Yeah, that's my Jillian puppy. I love it. He sits right on my desk and he talks to me, keeps me company. Yeah, I can't wait to see how she does Bandit. That's going to be so adorable. Hi, Cass. He is, Jillian. Thank you so much. Oh, no, Dottie. No. How old is she, Dot? Okay, I'm going to give it another minute. I'll get started at 15 after. So this was my initial sketch. And where did I put my drawing? Oh. Oh, wow, yeah. Good, Wiki. My camera does not seem to be right. He's got to tell me when my camera's crooked. There, oops. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. My paper cut. Oh, Catherine. Boy, we are just a mess these days, all of us. So I put down a little bit of masking fluid. That's what these spots are. So we'll take that up later. I'm going to use a stencil today, this one. I'm going to use a little bit of rice to create texture and plastic wrap. I hope not. A nose punch though hurts a lot. There she is. Hello, Eileen. About time. Just waiting on you. The stencil design is from France Pampion. She has a YouTube channel. She is over, let's say, I want to say she's in the UK. Let's see. Doesn't say where, but I know she's over in the UK. And the design is rock formation. I'm not going to use it for rocks. And let's see, the colors that we're going to use today. A couple of these are making a mix, so they're not going to be used on their own. We're going to use sepia, quin purple, quin coral, shell pink, nickel azul yellow, burnt sienna, and quin gold. There is not that one. Should I get rid of it already? Oh, well, let's use this one. Oh yeah, Pampion. She has a YouTube channel, and I follow her. So if you want to look at my following on YouTube, but her last name is Papillon. Sorry, Papillon stands for butterfly. Yeah, she's awesome. Yes, she does, Eileen. She was one of the first ones after I found Patty and Marimi. She was one of the first few I started following. I love her journal pages and stuff. Martha, yeah, I love her. Love her. You're right, Jillian. Yeah, it means butterfly. And I don't want a lot of texture, so I'm just putting a little bit with a sponge. Okay, Cass. That's good. That's good. It's perfect. Hi, Beth. Heavy gesso, the best gesso in the world by Art Basics, Finnabair. You can also use it, it's stiff enough to work like modeling paste, but it doesn't get hard and crusty. And you can do it in a thin application or a thick application. I love it. It's yeah, I just love it. Okay, let me give that a quick dry, or let me just stencil away really quick. That dry. And I'm not sure if I said it, but the green spots is masking fluid. Yes, you can. Absolutely. I don't know how it would react on lesser quality paper. But if it's at least 140-pound paper, it should work fine. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Eileen. But I think if it's on 140-pound paper, you should be good. But there's a couple, like you can get, like this is a masking pen. And this works really good for like thin applications. The tip is like, it's like a Unipasca marking pen. So you can get these, and this is by Molotov. They're really good. I use this a lot, or I have used it a lot. And then you can buy any masking fluid, and masking fluid is not expensive. Okay. Yeah, the eraser that I'm going to be using today for the masking fluid when it gets is one of these. It's called a pickup eraser. It's a hard rubber square eraser, and it picks up the masking fluid really well. But you got to make sure that no matter what you're using to mask off, that your paper is completely dry, completely. And you don't really want to heat any kind of masking fluid. Now you can if you don't have like I use the heated tool, so this doesn't get super hot, and I wouldn't hold it real close to the masking fluid, so that would be fine. Yeah, the Pebeo is a really good brand. Wiki's right about that. Okay, so this is going to be and I know the colors are going to be kind of weird because I'm not going to have any green in this painting today. But this water is going to be like a murky purple thing. Just dry. Yeah. And I'm going to use some plastic wrap. So I think I'll do the water so I can get the plastic wrap down, and then we can do the upper part. Right, Wiki. Yeah, some things you don't want to buy in bulk. I mean, unless you're using it that much. But what is wrong with my plastic wrap? Hold on. Sometimes bigger isn't always better. All right. There we go. And this is just generic cling wrap from the dollar store. Hi, Rod. Welcome. Okay, move this down so you guys can fully see it. All right, let me get my colors going here. So, Quin Purple. This is an art channel, Rod. I am watercolor painting. Do you do art? It's a it's negative painting with watercolor. Yeah. Let's see. I got some of my other colors ready, so I want to drop them in. Okay. Where's my brush? She's out of trolleys, Kimmy. She ate them all. Most of this application today is going to be wet on wet. We want our colors to flow and mix and mingle. Quiet. No bark. Be a good boy. No bark. Shh. Loki. Don't sass me. Quiet. Hold on. Lay down, take a nap. You already said hello to everybody. Nap time. Good night. All right, let that soak in for a second. Hi, Da. I'm going to use a big, wet, juicy brush for this. I'm not too worried about the edges. Loki, quiet. I'm going to put you in the room. Don't make me do it. Lay down and take your nap. Quiet. Hush. 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 Quiet. And it's okay if it goes outside the lines. He just likes to talk to the neighbors. But if you... Quiet! Enough. Mama can't work. You've got to be quiet. Lay down, take a nap. Boy. If somebody comes to the door, he's not having any of it. Hello to anybody I missed. Okay, so I'm just scrunching up the plastic wrap. Make sure this is nice and wet. Just let that sit for a bit. No, Beth. My dog is 11 years old and sassy. Most of the time he listens. So if I tell him take a nap or no bark, he's usually pretty good. But he has his moments. Yeah. All right. Now I do want to erase a little bit of my lines here. Just wanted them for markings. I don't know what that is. Okay, just gonna leave it. Okay. Hi, Linda. All right. Okay. Don't know how that's going to turn out. It's looking good. We'll see what happens. Okay. So this next color is a mix of the Quin Purple and the Sepia. And again, it's going to go wet. And then we're going to put some rice down. And this is where the negative painting starts. Okay. Gonna spray this a little bit. I gotta tip it, guys. Hold on. Okay. Shh. Quiet. No bark. Welcome back, Vaughn. Just putting some darker color in here. I haven't tested this painting. It's just totally, I mean, I've tested some of the techniques, but I have a vision. I don't know if it'll come to fruition, but we're going to see. Yes, Rod, it's rice. I used plastic wrap, rice, masking fluid, and yeah. Give some texture, give some design. Hi, Amy. Yeah, I've used salt. I've used rice. You can use, oh, I should use that next. You can use dry oatmeal, like regular just oatmeal. You can use beans, like, you know, hard, you know, black beans and that. The Hoobie what? Jeannie Turban. What are you talking about, Bon Bon? Jeannie Turban on for that vision. Oh, I get it now. I don't know. We're going to see. Let's see if we can make the magic happen. Right now, though, we've got to wait for a little bit of this to dry. And I didn't want to do it off screen so everybody could see the process. Yeah, I especially like the road salt rod because you get bigger, what do you call it? The bigger ruffles, the bigger. Oh, okay. They don't give you time, Colleen. Absolutely. Now you can have your modeling place thick or thin. It doesn't matter. I'm finding that I prefer it a little bit more on the thinner side. So that's why I dab it with a sponge. Depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I want it raised, so I'll use it with a palette knife. So we're going to give this a minute to dry more. We can sit and chat. And this is why another reason why I didn't mind coming on early. While this is drying, I can show you. I got another little tiny package. Well, from Vaughn, because she loves me. Yes, let's do that for you, Colleen. So you create your drawing, and then if you're going to use anything for texture, I wet the paper, juicy paint for the water, and doesn't matter the color, it's just got to be really juicy, really wet. Yeah, I used rice, Kath. And then I crumpled up the saran wrap. And you can't see it yet, but it's going to dry lots of little texture spots as the paint starts to dry. And then turn it around. And then I wet, again, where I wanted to put my color and my rice. Again, nice, juicy, wet wash. So it's got to be really watery. And then you put your salt or your rice or your beans, oatmeal, any kind of hard pasta, anything that soaks up water you can use, as long as it's not acidic. You don't want to use anything acidic on your paintings. But if you're at the grocery store and like if they tell you, if you drop your cell phone in the water, put it in a bowl of rice. Because rice or salt or all of that soaks up moisture. Heading to the kitchen. There you go. Go to the kitchen. Get yourself something. I love that she's playing along. That's so cool. You're with me, right, Cass? I may need you as I get into this more. Come on. Don't come up on my finger. Okay. I got to leave it alone. Can't mess with it. If I mess with it, I'm not going to get the marks I want. Okay. I'm so glad you're here. I love you, Cass. My watercolor sensei. All right. So anyway, I was saying, Bon sent me another package. And I love 6x6 stencils or 8x8, anything on the smaller. So she sent me, this is a small little table easel. It is so awesome. Now I just got to figure out how to position my camera. So in case I want to do something on screen, and it has different grooves. So for different heights, you just set your painting right on it. And it's awesome. Yes. I was so excited. I don't have an easel, so this will come in handy. And then she sent me some stencils. These are mark makers. This is like a kitchen, like if you, so your drawers and stuff don't slide. And this is one of those, I forget what this stuff is called, but you thread yarn through it. Then she sent me some stencils. Oh, you guys can see. Yeah. Love this one. Love it. And then another one. Love it. I love anything that's organic and abstract for my art. Yes, it was very nice. And then we got, these are Balzer designs. It's just different arrows. Yeah, Vaughn, when I first opened it, I was playing with it. I'm like, oh, yes. Now I gotta change my desk around. So if I want to do a painting that way, I can, fit film it. This is trees. Oh, so when I don't, okay, so this one is called here. Okay. This one is the number is TCW 287S. TCW 287S. This one is TCW 14S. This one is TCW 407S, mini stacked triangles. This one is TCW 254S, mini bamboo. I suspect some of these you may not be able to get anymore. I'm thinking they're older designs. Here's another one. I love this one. It's circles, and it's got some like designs in the circles. This one is called okay, so well, what's the number on this one? TCW 277S. Love it. Psychedelic circles. Love this one too. TCW 293S, mini layered beads. What do you call this? Well, these are it's Harlequin design, and then these are some she cut herself. So because she also sent me some blank templates. But these she cut herself. So this one's got some circles on it. Why is my water pink? You talk about right here, where the on the painting. Yeah, I know, Vaughn. I got to play with it. It's actually purple. It's I used quinacridone purple for the water. And then for the trees, I used a mix of sepia and quinacridone purple to get a lovely dark purpley brown color, which will make more sense as we do more of the painting. Hi, Linda. I think I said hi already, but I'll say hi again because I'm not sure. Anybody else I missed? Hi, Tara. Some diamonds, some bigger diamonds, circles, organic squares. And this one, I don't know if this one's pre-made. She might, did you cut this one, Vaughn? I don't know if this one's homemade or not, but it's just gears. Yeah, you can use any color. If you're trying to follow along the colors I use, pick any dark, vibrant purple if you don't have quinacridone purple. And I'll kind of convert the colors for you. So you want something that's dark purple. So yeah, she sent me another little package. I love Bonbon. Thank you so much, hon. Definitely will come in handy. Okay. So let's, Colleen, since you're following along, let me go over the colors again. So sepia. So that's going to be you should have a sepia in one of your sets somewhere. That one should be easy. Quinacridone purple, again, any dark, vibrant purple. Quinacridone coral, you can use cherry red if you have cherry red instead of quinacridone purple. You could mix, probably take like a quinacridone rose, and put just a tad bit of, thank you, Janet, a tad bit, because I don't know how that one converts. So maybe just a tad bit of maybe quinacridone gold or permanent yellow deep, but just a tad to get you a coral. Shell pink. That one's a newer one I've had on my palette for about a month and a half now. So if you have the Prima sets and it has a pastel pink in it, that's what kind of color shell pink is. It's a pastel pink. Nickel azel yellow. That's very much like a quinacridone gold. You could use probably a permanent yellow and just water it down. But I'm using the nickel azo yellow as a mix color with my burnt sienna to get a quinacridone rust or quinacridone orange type color. And then quinacridone gold. So if you have it, the quinacridone set from maybe like Daniel Smith, there's also conversion colors named Graham. Yeah. But the quinacridone gold is just, I can't even tell you, like it's like a cross between permanent yellow deep and nickel azel gold, or nickel azel yellow. Okay. Oops, sorry. Beep. Okay, it's still wet. I'm gonna dry it just a little bit so we can keep moving without melting the plastic. And I'm holding my heat gun way up here where the camera is. I don't want to melt my plastic or blow away the rice. Oh, fun, Wiki. Catherine. What time are you teaching today, Catherine? Oh, this will be ready in a couple minutes. Aw, you little bitty fingers. Your phalanges. You need your phalanges, Vicky. Yay! Good. Get to spend the whole stream with us then. What are you making, Wiki? I mean, exactly, like, thank you, Catherine. I'm going to run to the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. Thank you for being patient. The potty people were calling. Ice crystal patterns on paper. Oh, very interesting. You'll have to post pictures later. What's this? Still damp. Thank you, Wiki. I love this color. You're talking about this one, correct? The dark one? Dark purpley brown color? I did. I used sepia and quinacridone purple, and it makes an awesome color. And we're going to be using a lot of that. And I'm going to be bringing some brighter colors here in a bit. As soon as this gets dry. This is definitely something, if you want to, the salt and rice doesn't take as long, but if you, for the plastic wrap, you really, it's best to let it dry over. But I know I wanted to show you guys this painting from start to finish, other than the masking fluid, because that I definitely let dry overnight. Although I will say that this masking fluid pen dries it dries really fast in minutes. So I don't typically have to let that dry overnight. Okay, let's see if the rice is done yet. Almost. Thank you, Jude. If you have the Inktense blocks, and I'm pretty sure that 24 set has it, or 48. But I buy the biggest set I can, so I bought the full set of the Inktense blocks. They have a similar color in there. It's called Bark, and that's when I first knew that I just love that color. So I had to figure out how to make it with watercolor, and I did. Cheap Joe's Raw Umber Violet. Oh, yeah. There's another color I already have on my Amazon wish list that's going to be in my next order that I do whenever I do it. The Caput Mortem or Caput Mortem. I'm not sure how you pronounce the first word, but that is a gorgeous, gorgeous color, and I can't wait to get that too. I'll have to look into that. Raw Umber Violet. You know what? Let me put that on my list. Where is my... Raw Umber Violet Cheap Joe's. Now, is Cheap Joe's house paint light fast? Yeah, Caput Mortem. It's all right. I'm sorry for my sniffles, guys. My allergies started acting up this morning. Nice. Okay. Well, I've added it to my list. I will. I've never ordered from Cheap Joe's yet, but there's always a first time thing. I'll try it. I'm working on completing my main palette with all the specialty colors, and then I'm going to fill in the rest with M. Graham. Really, Wiki? That's interesting. Let's see how we're doing. Check under the hood a little bit. Yeah, almost there, guys. Almost there. The rice is starting to lift, so almost ready. Yay, Ron! Again, be careful. Don't bake your plastic wrap on your painting. Come on. Hi, KB. Oh my God, an hour in and we've only painted 2 things. It's okay. This is going to be a long stream. That's why I offered to start early today, because of the techniques that I wanted to do and show you guys. Normally, I would have done this part all overnight, and then got started. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, it's got some nice texture going on there. Come on. Let's see if the rice ready to come off. Get a piece of paper. Hi, Marie. Yeah, stay home if you don't have to go out, for sure. The rice off, and I'll show you the texture that the rice gives. You got to wait until it dries or you won't get the texture. You'll be swishing paint around. But see how it gives those marks at the bottom of the trees? Let me do it this way so you guys can see. Now let's see how we're doing on the plastic wrap. Get rid of this rice. I don't know if I'm going to get as much texture as I want. So I'm not letting it dry normally. But if I don't dry it myself. We're going to be here all day. Welcome back, Vaughn. Thank you, Tara. Yeah, we'll get started here in a minute. Hi, Dee. Yeah, it's cool here. It's not freezing here. Well, for me, it's freezing, but it's not freezing here. Where are you at, Dee? Okay. I think I'm gonna, yeah. All right, I didn't get as much texture as I wanted. In the UK, oh yeah, it's cold there. But it's good enough to start. And I know it looks messy and awkward, but hopefully it'll come together. A little bit too much over there, but that's okay. We will sharpen it up. If I should soften these edges a little more. It's okay. Where is? Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. The texture that's in the water. Another piece of rice. Hold it up here. Turn it around so you guys can get a good picture of the texture because of the gesso and the plastic wrap. I didn't get as much crinkling of the plastic wrap because I didn't let it dry naturally. But it'll be fine. It'll be okay. Okay, while that's drying, we're going to move on. So, Colleen, since you're following along, now we're going to start negative painting the two larger trees. And I have a bush thing in front of this tree. Let me do one thing. I think I'm going to erase these lines just a little bit, make them a little bit lighter. All right. Now this is, again, Colleen, this is all going to be wet on wet. So you're going to wet your paper first, and then you're going to drop in your color all along the edges. Do not paint inside the shapes. This is outside the shapes. And let's see, got my pink, got my pastel pink. Be using a little bit of that. Have that ready. And a little bit of the Quin Coral. And the burnt sienna and nickel azo mix. It's going to give us like a rust color, or like an orangey rust color. And finally, the quinacridone gold. So any warm, vibrant yellow for quinacridone gold if you don't have that. Okay. I'm going to be using a number 10 and a number 8. I'll show you guys my palette. Some of you have already seen it before, but I'll show it to you. So here I have my plum color that I mixed. I have plain quinacridone purple, shell pink, quinacridone coral, quinacridone gold, and my quinacridone rust mix. All right, here we go. I'm going to drop in a little bit of the dark plum color. Let that kind of wick out a little bit. And then let's take a little bit of, no, not this. A little bit of the coral. And a little bit of the Quin Gold. And I'm just kind of letting those colors dance on the paper. Kind of mix and mingle, do their thing. Thank you, Vaughn. We'll see. I do think I want a little bit more dark here, because the light, it's going to be coming from this way, from the left. So the shadow is going to be on the other side. Okay. And I'm going to be turning my painting so I can get in my spaces easy. Guess I don't need 2 brushes. I'm gonna wet my space, take my time, dance around the edges. And put the darker plum color. And just let it wick out a little bit. And let's drop in a little pink. This is the Quin Coral. It's like a pinky color. It's like a vibrant pinky color. And let's do a little bit of the rust. You don't want it too wet because you don't want it to be the edges to look too hard. You want it to, you don't want to move the paint too much. You want to let it mix on its own. Yes, Quin Coral is one of my favorite colors. I like all the quinacridones, really, and they're so vibrant, luscious. You just can't go wrong. It's okay. Some of it wicks up into the positive space. That'll just add to the effect. So you really want to let the paint do what it wants to do. Oh, I should do, you know what? I'm going to stop for a second and put in, you'll notice in my bushy tree parts, there's holes. That's very important because the light is coming through the branches and the leaves of the tree. So I'm going to put in Quin Gold in those spots. Yeah, we'll just... Actually, no. Let me lighten up some of my lines. Thank you, Amy. Let me go over this and lighten up my lines. This is a kneaded eraser. For if you're a watercolorist, there's 2 erasers you're going to want. You want the soft white ones, which I buy. They're called high polymer erasers. I get the Pentel brand. You can get 3 of them from Amazon, like really, really cheap. And then you're going to want something that's called a kneaded eraser, and it's a soft, mushy gray eraser. Something you're going to want to have in your toolbox for sure. Line up some more lines here. I don't want them that dark. Probably could roll this, but I like to dab. I don't know why, instead of rolling it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where was I now? Oh yes, quinacridone gold in our little holes in our branches. This will also help guide you around the painting if you put in any navigation spots. And for me, with the trees, this is the navigation spot. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's move on. I need my bigger brush. These tight spots I'm not going to pre-wet. It's going to let them be too small to pre-wet. Thank you, Catherine. All right. Now we're going to let that dry. I'm going to come over here a little bit on this side for a minute. I'm thinking, let me wet this a little bit. This would be a little bit in shadow because it's cut off there. I think I want to put a little bit darker in here. That's better. All right. Oh. I should have carried this all the way down, but I didn't. Okay. All right. Let me dry this. Okay. I'm going to turn it again upside down. Sorry, guys. And I'm going to wet the whole area up to the water along the negative part of the tree. And we're just going to let the color go where it wants to go. I'm just going to soften the edges a little bit. Fade out. Then I'm going to drop in. Let's do a little bit of brown. Hmm. I'm going to come in here, let it wick a little bit. I'm going to kind of spray it and make it move. I want it to, we've got a murky swamp thing going on here. Hi, CB. You made it. How are you, hon? come back to that, see what it does. Go in that direction. There we go. Sometimes you just have to bang it. I'm good. Got all my fibs with me today, so I am good. My allergies are a little bit on the fritz, and I'm not liking the cold weather we're having. Did you order this nonsense? Thank you, Judes. These colors will make more sense too once we get it all together. Where was I? What was I doing? Oh, yes. More paint. CB. Yeah. Isn't it terrible? It's terrible. It's terrible. Let's see how this is looking. Okay. I think. Oh, cripes. Let's give it a little bit of swooshing to the side. Will give you some nice little marks, depending on how you smush it. Oh, wow. I wish I would have known. Definitely tell Jamie I said hi. All right, now one more little spot up here. Okay, all right. Drying. What time are you going to brunch with her, CB? Ah, yeah. Good idea. Okay. Now that that's dry, now we can really make this tree pop. I hope. If I do, it's right. Okay, wait. I've got to see. I've got to see it this way. This would be better for you guys too, I think, so you guys can see. Now, I'm not painting the tree. I'm painting around the leafy, branchy parts of the tree. So I'm negative painting around the part. And it's gonna float and play and if it doesn't float, just dampen your brush and kind of graduate it out a little bit. Oh, Wiki. Oh. Then I'm just softening the edges, letting it blend out, letting it wick what it wants to do. Okay. Do another one. Yeah, I think so, a little bit, huh? Oh. Pre-wetting would be good. Gotta turn it so I can see it, guys. Sorry. And then just let it wick out. Now, this is one of those places I was saying earlier that I should have softened the edges because this branchy part is a little thick, a little harsh. So I'm going to take my little scrubby brush, see if I can lift a little bit, soften the edge just a tad. Problem is the Quinn colors stain, so it's not as easy. But that's okay. That is okay. I think I'm going to, I think I want to bring in some dark there. Sorry guys, I gotta, I'm not liking this too much right here. So I gotta do something to bring it forward. Bring it forward. Wiki. Yeah, I think soften that too. You guys are terrible. Oh, no. All right, back to this one here now. Again, we're going around the shapes, Colleen. If you're get too wet, Colleen, dry it in between your places. Hi, Katrina. Let me see how this is looking so far. Not too bad. Okay. All right. I think I want it a little bit darker on this side. All right. Okay. Now I can come back in here, the bottom, and bring in a little bit of darkness around there. Okay. what I'm doing. So I'm doing negative painting, painting trees. And what you do is you paint around the shapes instead of the shape itself. So when we paint, we typically paint the object, the positive. But what I'm working on is painting around the positive. And I'm pre-wetting and then dabbing in some color and then softening it, because I want it to fade out. I need to do something like that. I'm going to mix up some more color. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let me do this one corner here. We need to define the shape. Thank you, CB. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'll take it though. Oh, interesting. Good. Okay, good. I'll definitely take it. Let's see. Let's do this underneath here. I'm not liking this, so I'm going to bring in a little bit of the coral here. Oops, sorry. Been so good today. I don't know why. Okay. Let's do this. And don't worry, we're going to brighten this up a little bit. We're almost there. okay, Jean. It's okay. I kind of started a little early today, too, because I knew this was going to be a long painting. It's all Eileen's fault. Oh, all right. Okay, so we got to come around here. Now, even though I'm in the positive, I'm still painting a negative edge against that leaf bundle. So you could have a positive and a negative space at the same time. You just got to always remember to paint against the negative edge. Right. All right. Okay, now let's bring in some brightness right there, I think. This is going to have some more darkness around the trees. This really doesn't matter because we're going to be bringing more of this color into this background now here in a bit. I just want to get it in there. Colleen, how you doing over there? All right, let me take a look at this really quick. Okay. All right. So now we need to define the lake. Let that dry a minute. So again, I'm going to wet along the negative edge. Take a damp brush and soften. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Yeah, she's following along, CB. She liked some of the techniques I was doing. Let me turn this way. What materials would I need to follow along with you on your channel to start off with? 140-pound watercolor paper, paints of your choice. You probably wouldn't want student grade. And by that, I mean like the Prima would probably not be good. You know, I don't know how the Cotmans are. I hear they're good. But my first starting set was the White Knights, or called Yarka. The name, it depends on where you live, what they call it. But you definitely want, you know, some paints that are going to flow nice and not be chalky. So 140-pound paper, some decent paints, heavy gesso, and I prefer the Art Basics Finnebear brand. Yeah, the White Knights are not really they're above student grade, leaning towards artist grade. They're very nice paints to start with. I highly recommend those. I still have some of the set that I started with. So gesso, 140-pound watercolor paper, paints of your choice. And if all you have is student grade, that's fine too. You just want some paints that have some nice flow to them. And some watercolor brushes, and you know, just start out with what you have. I mean, you can follow along with what you have. You know, the only thing I think you need to buy is probably the paper and the gesso. But the paints and brushes, you know, you can, oh, sorry. You can follow along with anything. And then some stencils. I use the gesso through stencils, so you're going to want to, and I like, you know, any stencil you like. You know, you're not going for the shape within the stencil. You're going for like organic. So, you know, if you have a feather stencil, you might want to use that. Yeah, I can, if you want, I can put a list together, but you really don't need anything fancy, you know. Whatever you have should be sufficient. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. 140-pound watercolor paper. I will tell you that you can buy if you're going to get something inexpensive, honestly, I would get the Paul Rubens paper. You want something that's 100% cotton. I wouldn't suggest you know, for me, when people ask me, paper, brushes, paint. But definitely paper is something you really want to start with. And I'm not saying buy Arches. That's expensive. You know, you can, another brand that's that I highly recommend. This is what I would really recommend for you to start with. The Canson Heritage paper. And this isn't expensive paper, but it's 140-pound, 100% cotton at a good price. Hi, Sharon. But yeah, as long as it's 100% cotton, even the B paper. But the B paper doesn't give you good flow. And for the type of painting that I do, and the direction I'm going, you really want paper that will allow your paint to travel. Because I do a lot of wet on wet. And the B paper just doesn't lend itself to being a good option for that. All right. So definitely paper, brushes, paint. In my eyes, anyway. All right. I'm going to darken this up a little bit. I don't know why I painted that. So I'm going to soften this up a little bit. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Vaughn, it's good. It's good for if like you just. For me, the bead paper is good if you're like going to use it in a journal or you know, use it for swatching, but it doesn't have movement. So for me, for the way I paint, I don't care for it. Yeah, it's good paper, but I don't. For me, it does not work. Yeah, as long as it's 100% cotton, at the end of the day, for if you're just starting out, I don't recommend the mixed paper that's, you know, a wood pulp paper mixed with cotton. I really just don't recommend that at all. And like I said, I've never purchased the, as far as paints go, like the Cotman and that. So Jean says it's not good paint. So I would go off of that. I would get something, you know. White Knights. Yeah. If you're in the US, and I think you are, it doesn't matter where you are. It's going to come in a case like this. This St. Petersburg Yarka or St. Petersburg White Knights. And I use this for a long time, and I still have this much paint left. It's a good paint for the price. I gotta mix up some more color really quick. What time is it? Okay. Jean, what time do you want to stream today, hon? I'm not going to, so just keep going by me. Oh, I'm sorry, hon. I hope you feel better. My Jeannie Bean can't be sick. Oh, yeah. Storm. You got a bad storm there, Jean? I'm gonna tip it, guys. Hold on. An animal growling? Oh, that's the storm. We've had it's been raining, cold, and storming since yesterday. That's the tree that's right outside my window that you're hearing. Oh wow, Jean. Yeah, if I lose power, I don't think I will. We've been pretty, knock on wood, I haven't had any power issues. But yeah, that's what you're hearing is the wind howling outside my window. I still don't like that one side. I'm just going to darken it. It's got a contrast against, because that's the tree. Yeah. Yeah, literally. There's this big, huge, massive tree that's outside my window. And it's a little crazy. Thank you, Julie. All right. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. All right. Those. Going back to my burnt sienna and Nicolai's yellow. I'm getting my rust color. Oh, no. Thank you, Vaughn. Thank you, Jean. Thanks, Jilly. We're almost to the big sky part. Lolos, sleep. Oh, I know why he's going crazy today. The storm, that's why. All right, I think I'll lighten that a little bit. Thanks, Wiki. I'm kind of liking it too. Oh, and then we got to take off the masking fluid. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Come back to that, so I can you know what? Let me put no, let me put a little bit more dark around this part here because I really want these spiky parts to, I want them to stick out. I mean, I want them to pop. Is the water looking murky enough, guys? Like a murky swamp? Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Now let me dry this. Let's see where we're at. Yeah. Okay, mix some more color. I should just make a pan of this. I use this color quite a bit. I'm gonna have to get me a separate pan and just make myself a pan of this for future use. What paints are you using today? My normal ones, Jean. Today, most of them are Daniel Smith. So the sepia is Daniel Smith. The Quin Purple, the Quin Coral is Daniel Smith. I'm using a little bit of Shell Pink. Let's see. Nickel Azo is the Daniel Smith. Burnt Sienna is my Mission Gold. And Quin Gold from Daniel Smith. Okay. Now, okay, I have a little less on this side, so that one tree branch is still, you know what, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let me carry, let's see, I don't know. I forget it's going to be cut off by the mat. I don't know why I'm worried about the bottom so much. Let's finish this tree so we can get this done. Try to keep it this way so you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see. What days and time do you? Every Saturday, usually, you know, I've been streaming at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time on Saturdays, but with heading in a new direction, and granted, they're not all going to be as in depth as this one, but I may need to start earlier, about noon, but definitely 1 o'clock. Is what I've been streaming. Thank you, Jean. Let's see here. Where's Cass? Cass, you still here? I can't see you. And don't worry, this isn't going to be as dark when I'm done with this. We're going to brighten this up here in a minute. I just got to get my shadows in. It's probably a little bit too much, but that's okay. You're welcome. Bring your friends. Tell them to subscribe. Oh, Jean, that just means you have to get up earlier. Or go to bed earlier so you can get up. I need my mods. Good Lord, Dot, that's a lot of money. Definitely a lot of money. Too much, too much, too much, too much. All right. My lines weren't too good today, but that's okay. Definitely should have lightened up my lines like I usually do. All right. Give that a bit of a dry. Let me get some clean water, guys. Be right back. Well, now I got some sun coming in. Let's see if I can fix that. Oh, not that way. No, not that way. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's deal with the top now. And then we'll finish up the trees and we're done. And take off the masking fluid, paint our dots. I don't know. And maybe I'll leave them white. I don't know. All right. So now I'm just going to take a flat brush. This is a 3/4 inch flat brush. I'm just going to wet the top all the way. And we want our paint to flow and travel. And get out the dog hair. You don't want it puddly, you want it shiny wet. The ones on the left look like sperm. What? What you talking about, Willis? Where? Or are you just seeing stuff because you're seeing stuff? More texture, right, Kathy? That's what I always say. Our fur baby hair equals more texture. Hi, Joni. Which ones, Dottie? Which ones look like sperm? Oh, welcome back, Amy. One's on the left. My left from this side or my left from looking at it the right way? Wait, my paper's drying. Don't talk to me now. On the left, went upside down the leaves. Oh. Huh. Oh, wait, color. Color was good. Make sure you have enough juicy paint. Not a lot, just juicy paint. Because we're just going to be dropping in color, and wherever it goes, it goes. And I'm using the Quin Coral, the quinacridone gold, and the shell pink. Brighten this up a little bit. And I'm just kind of slip slapping it. Dropping in a little bit of color everywhere. Okay, let me see. Sometimes you just gotta bang it. But I'm gonna spray it just a little bit. What happened? Okay, Catherine. See you later. Thanks for coming. Thank you. All right. Now, let's do a little bit of, not that brush. Oh, I don't even know what to describe that. Okay. Let's dry this. Ah, where's my scrubby? Crap. Get a little bit crazy with that one. Okay, it's fine. 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 When that finishes drying, I'm going to define the lake a little bit more. I'm putting in some, putting on the paint on dry. And then I'm going to smooth it out with a brush, wet brush. I can pick up the brush. And smoothing it down. You can do it, Wiki. You can do it. Thanks, CB. Darken this up too, because this is not dark enough for me. An ebook group or a Facebook group? No. Some of us are connected on Facebook, but we don't have one set up for like all of us to be a part of. Ah, I hate painting this way. Hi, Norma. Thank you. Okay. All right. That's a poppin'. Let's fix this a little bit. Put a little bit more to. All right. Is this dry? Make sure this is dry. Finish our trees. Take off our masking fluid. And see what we need. What else needs to be done. Okay. All right. Again, we're going on the outside of the trees. Get some paint. And just a light layer to outline our trees. And then we soften it. And then we're going to make this part real dark between these two trees. Now we flip it. We do the other side. Oh, I forgot our lonely bee over there in the corner. Let's go back and get him. Since I'm over here, might as well fix him up. Thank you, Joe. It's a little on the darker side, but I'm loving the colors. You know, it's my first negative painting, so Cass got me started on this rabbit trail, and now I'm so liking it. Welcome back, Jilly. you've left me. There is some, you know, some error with it. My sketch lines were too dark. I didn't lighten them enough, but and it's good. I like it. Thank you. It's all your fault, and I love you. Okay, now we just got to finish the big tree, and we are good to go. Oh, Dot. Oh, well, you know, if Patty can paint whatchamacallits, I might as well fill in the rest, right? Just saying. Somebody has to. Thank you, Norma. I have, you know, I wasn't scared, but I just I didn't think I'd be any good at it. And Cass mentioned it a couple weeks back, and I'm totally stoked and excited. I definitely a new adventure for sure, and it fits. She's right; it fits in with my style. So I'm loving it. I have so many ideas. Yeah. Cass was right. Nice, Jilly. Okay. All right. Now, let me dry this. Whoops. Blow my, or wipe my nose, or dab my nose. Sorry for the sniffles. She's the one that said that this was, you know, that I'd be good at it. And I wasn't sure the first time I tried. It was fun. I mean, I knew the errors I made. But I was so excited about it. It's like not a lot of people paint this way. I got books in my Amazon cart that I'm going to get, and I'm totally excited. I have a lot of ideas, and it's all her fault. It's been a fun rabbit trail, and yeah, I'm excited. Does it look swampy enough? Oh, now I got some coming in again. No, hold on. Is that too dark for you guys? And get ready to remove the masking fluid. And if you put masking fluid, make sure your paper is completely dry before you try to take it off. Where's my eraser? And I kind of go in a circular motion instead of back and forth. I wish I'd made my marks more wispy. Thank you, Norma. Thanks, Dar. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Cass. I love you. Thanks, Amy. I don't know about that. I don't know, Kathy. I'm not sure I'm quite there yet. So glad I put those marks there. It brightens up that trunk. All right, any more? All right, let's take the, does it need any more shadows anywhere? Any color anywhere? Yes, ma'am. Does it need anything, guys? Oh, it looks good. I like it. Uh-oh, I'll wait for the buffering. Okay, I'm waiting for the buffering, guys. Thank you, Norma. Does it need any, Cass, does it need anything? Any shadows anywhere? Thank you, Bon Bon. Okay, let's take the tape off because I know everybody likes that part. And then we'll get a good look at it. See if it needs anything. And when you take down your paper, if you want to take the tape off, you got to heat it and pull it at an angle. You will not rip your paper, but if you try to pull it straight, Without heating it, it's going to rip your paper. I had to teach Debbie this one too. Pull at an angle and heat. I need to get more of a hardboard. Plastic thing is doing the job, but it I need to go get some hardboard. You can tease me anytime, Dottie. Anytime. Yep, Norma, it'll work on any kind of paper. If you got tape stuck somewhere and you want it off, heat set it. It loosens up the glue. I would put a bit of gold in the pond, but that is my style. Be flushes against the sky. But if this is a dry swamp, I guess that wouldn't happen, so ignore the advice. What do you guys think? I'm not above putting gold in there. I'm okay with that. I want it to look like it's a misty, swampy thing. So if it needs gold to brighten up the water a little bit, I'm okay with that. That should be a dirty swamp. It is a dirty swamp. It's a dirty, misty, you don't know what's lurking in there kind of swamp. Welcome back, Jilly. Gators. Yeah. All right. Good. I'll get a mat. So hi, Debbie. You'll have to watch the recording. Okay. Kind of what it's going to look like in a mat. So a little bit of the trees is cut off, but that's okay. It's crooked, you guys. Going more crooked. Forget the gold. If it's supposed to be a dirty swamp, it wouldn't reflect the sky. Love it as is. Yeah. Yeah, it's got some texture, visual texture you can feel. I'm loving the colors. I'm loving my shadows today. Well, I always do good shadows. That's one thing I'm looking, but I like how they turned out. Debbie, are you home? Jean's not going to stream today, so if you're home and feeling up to it. Okay, my kids took first physical. Nice. Very nice, Debbie. Awesome. Awesome. Colleen, I'm going to look at yours. Did you finish? Thanks for painting along with me today. And again, if you go back and watch the recording, you can paint along with me. Okay. Just paint, Colleen, just paint. And, you know, you'll find what works for you. And if you're lucky, you might have a little help along the way. You know, I've been doing watercolor for, well, 3 years now. And I knew I loved it from the start. And, you know, I tried several different techniques. I found what worked for me. And then Cass put me down a rabbit trail. And here I am. So, yeah, I'm just paint. Anybody who's new to watercolor, it's not like any other medium. Just paint. You're not going to learn by only watching videos, only going to classes, or only reading books. They're helpful, but the only way you're going to know is you're just going to paint. You just got to paint. And it doesn't really matter what subject, especially in the beginning. Just paint. Paint anything you want, whatever interests you. So 7 Central, yeah, 4 hours from now. I'm good for that, Deb. You're going to do your intense blocks, or you got something else in mind? Thanks for everybody coming today. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for keeping me company and the encouragement. I love my fibs. It's nice to have everybody today. And thank you again, Vaughn. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, ladies. Seriously. Anytime, Dar. Anytime. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with today's piece. Thanks for coming. Thanks for all the support. So tonight, 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain, and 4 Pacific. Debbie's house, Intense and Magicals, 8-7 Central. Be there. Make sure you have snacks and Tay-Tay, Debbie. Want to see my kitty. UK, let's see, you're 6 hours ahead, so midnight. Midnight UK time. Bye, ladies. Cass, thank you. Love you. Oh, 1 UK time. Oh, sorry. 8. Yeah, 5 hours. I was thinking 6. Bye, Fibs. Thanks, CB. Everyone. Good. If you're not subscribed, Debbie Epps, click on her name. You can subscribe right from my channel. Man, I got it done in 3 hours and 36 minutes. Not bad. Bye, Norma. All right, now to get something to eat. Thank you, ladies. I'll see you guys later. Debbie's.